the universe is going to start prioritizing you because you are prioritizing yourself. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about a manifesting routine that you can use if you feel like you are in need of a miracle. Or if you just feel like you're in a place where you want change, where you just want to get out of a rut, you just want to manifest something quickly, you just want to live your dream life now. I feel like this is a great little routine to use if you're kind of feeling stuck or stagnant, or even if you feel like you're at a low. Because we talk a lot about how sometimes in life there's highs and lows, and sometimes when you're in a low it can be kind of tough. It can make you feel just kind of sad and a little bit down, and I think it's always good to allow that to happen, to allow yourself to feel any emotions that you have, to process it. But if you're kind of like sick of it and you just want to get out of a rut, I feel like this is a great little routine to use. And before we start, I want to feature one of your comments just to give one of you guys a shout out as a thank you for taking the time to leave such nice comments. And yeah, let's get into the video. So basically this routine boils down to a few very simple steps, and I'm going to tell you what the steps are and then I'll go over it. Basically, step one is to live in your daydream, or to visualize what you want and to really immerse yourself in the experience, to really live in that daydream. Step two is to be selfish, to practice self-love, to practice putting yourself first. Sometimes when you're like a people pleaser, you can put other people on a pedestal. You can put like your work, your friends, your family, everybody else first, and you kind of put yourself in the back burner. And because your reality is basically just a mirror of your beliefs and your actions of who you are, so if you start to do that, if you start to put yourself second all the time, that's basically what you're gonna get back. So you're going to practice being a little bit selfish, you're going to practice putting yourself first, you're going to practice self-love and self-care, and you're going to get back more of that. You get back more love, more care for yourself. The universe is going to start prioritizing you because you are prioritizing yourself. The next step is to try something new that's going to make you feel good. This could be going somewhere new, it doesn't have to be, it could be trying out something new. But I love little sayings like comfort will ruin your life, or life begins at the end of your comfort zone, because it's actually so true. And sometimes when we want a big change in our life, we need to be open to the opportunities that can take us there. And kind of to show yourself and to show the universe that you're willing and ready, you're gonna try something new. You're gonna go outside of your comfort zone a little bit, and you're gonna push the boundaries a little bit. And the last step is to enjoy yourself and to relax and to have fun. Okay, so I'm gonna go over all of the steps in more details now. Sometimes when we're in a low, when we're not feeling like our best, when we feel like we're going through just one of the flows of life where, you know, sometimes there are highs and sometimes there are lows. Sometimes when you're going through the low phase, that's actually when inspiration will strike. That's actually when you will realize that if this is not the current reality that you want, if you're unhappy in this current state, that's actually when you're going to get inspiration for what you do really want. And when that inspiration comes to you, what you want to do is take advantage and just really live in that daydream. If you find yourself daydreaming at work or anything like that, it's a sign that you want more and you're ready for more, and it's important to take advantage of that and really go with it. So what you're going to do is you're going to use all of your senses, and you're really going to immerse yourself in this visualization. So you're going to think about what your day will look like, and you're going to think about what you might see, what you might smell, what you might touch or feel, and what actions you might take throughout your day when you already have what you want. And all of this is really just to get you to feel how you're going to feel when you already have everything that you want, because the feeling is always the amplifier. The feelings is always what's going to actually get you there, get you to attract what you want to come into your life. So basically that is step one. Now step two can be difficult because it's all about putting yourself first. And if you're a people pleaser, or if you're not used to this, if you're used to kind of like sacrificing your own pleasure, like the things that you want to do because you just want everyone else to be happy and you just want to please everyone else, then this is going to be a little bit difficult for you. But it's very important to sometimes be a little bit selfish. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but sometimes selfish people are some of the happiest people I know, because they prioritize themselves, they put themselves first, and they go for what they want. And sometimes from the outside looking in, you might be like, oh, that person's so selfish, like I never want to be like that. But if you really think about it, could those feelings just be coming from a place of jealousy because you never put yourself first? So I think sometimes it's important to practice prioritizing yourself and practice self-love. And I don't really want you to think of it as being selfish, because you were put in this life to have the best experience that you could possibly have. You were put here to live the life that you desire. You were not put here to be like a side character in someone else's story. So I think it's important for you to realize that and to almost like take back your own power and to truly prioritize yourself. And at the end of the day, if you're like, no, I want to help others, I want to help my family. Well, the thing is, when you are at your best, when you're thriving, when you're living your best life, then you're going to be able to help so many more people because you're going to be pouring from a full cup, basically. Or is it giving from a full cup? I don't know the expression. But you get what I mean. Like, for example, if you are like, no, I want to like help all of these charitable organizations around me, I don't want to like prioritize myself in my career. But the thing that you need to realize is, if you did prioritize yourself and your career and your own needs and happiness, then when you are in a really good place of abundance, and then when you give from that place, you're going to be able to make so much more of an impact than you can right now when you yourself are not like thriving, if that makes sense. And the next thing I want to address, though it's not one of the steps, is your beliefs about yourself and who you are. And this goes along with self-love and prioritizing yourself. It's funny because this week at my full-time job, we actually had a meeting, and it was kind of funny because low-key the meeting was about essentially limiting belief systems and how to break out of that, because our CEO was like talking about how, you know, a lot of our directors and managers were used to like this old way of thinking and the old like prices that we used to have for our services and everything like that. And so whenever corporate wants to raise the price, everyone kind of complains and is like so freaked out because they're like, oh, that's so like expensive compared to what we used to do, blah blah blah. And they're just saying like, hey, you need to realize that the service that we offer is actually really great. We do a lot of work. We put a lot of hard work into this service to provide the best service that we can. So we need to price it appropriately. It's not about like price gouging or anything like that, but it's about pricing things appropriately and recognizing your own worth and really believing in the product and the service that you're selling, because essentially they're saying, you know, you guys are all doing a ton of work, but you're not charging the right price for it. And that's really not fair to you either. And so I thought it was kind of funny because obviously in the corporate world, we're not out here talking about manifestation or anything, but I was just sitting there like, this is funny because we're literally talking about limiting belief systems and how we need to break out of that. So I thought that was a fun little tidbit. But this is what I mean. If you believe that you can only charge a certain price, if you believe you're only worth so much, then it's hard for you to get the things that you want if it's outside of that range. If it's outside of that bubble of what you think you are worth and what you deserve. And that's why it's so important to practice self-love, to remind yourself that you are worthy, that you do deserve more. You need to expand your self-love little bubble so that you can expand your possibilities. You can expand what you think is possible for you, what you think you deserve, what you think you are worthy of. All of that needs to expand, because if you want to manifest big things but you're keeping yourself in this little bubble with your belief system, then you're making it really hard for you to get to where you want to be. So a little side note. And the next step is to try something new. This could be so simple. It could be like driving down the beach or taking a walk on the beach, doing something that you've never done before. Or you could relate it to what you want to manifest. If you want to manifest, I don't know, a new partner, let's say, you could go to a coffee shop, you could go to an art class, and you could just try something new and just imagine what it would be like to do that activity, to do something new with a new partner. How fun would that be? What could that bring? What kind of feelings and emotions could that bring? Could it pique your interest? Could it pique your curiosity? How would you feel? But it doesn't necessarily have to relate to what you want. It could just be trying something new that you know will make you feel good. And maybe you're not even sure if it will make you feel good, because sometimes if you're scared of change, if you're like really averse to change, you don't like trying new things, I know it can be tough, but it's important to try something even if you're like not sure if it'll make you happy. Maybe you just go get lunch by yourself and that's your new thing because you never get lunch by yourself. And that is how you try new things. It doesn't have to be something big and scary. Maybe if you are a people pleaser and you're always prioritizing work, you could put in a request for a long weekend, a 4-day weekend, and take a small little trip. Because honestly, you deserve it and your work can figure it out without you. Honestly, if you're gone for a few days, nothing will happen. I know sometimes we like to think that like if we take off work for a few days, the whole place will burn down or something, but realistically, no one will even know that you were gone. And I know sometimes some of you are gonna be like, no, I'm like so important at work, like I do so much. But in taking days off, even if you are doing literally everything there, in taking days off, you're gonna recharge. And in the long run, that's gonna be even better for your work to have a recharged, refreshed worker who's not burnt out. And if you take some days off, your work's gonna have to figure out what to do without you. And in doing that, they're gonna learn and grow as well. So overall, it's gonna be a positive thing for everybody. Okay, and then lastly is to have fun and to enjoy yourself and to relax. So when you're trying this new thing that you've never done before, when you're stepping out of your comfort zone, try to be present in the moment and try to enjoy yourself. If you're just doing something simple like taking the time to give yourself a manicure at home, let's say, be present, you know, light a candle, put on like a fun video or a good show or a movie that you like, and just really immerse yourself in the experience. Feel all of the joy and all of the happiness that comes with taking the time for yourself, because when you relax and forget about your goals and just take the time for yourself and take the time to be present, be happy, be in the moment, that is when you are as close to the frequency of what you want to manifest as you can possibly be, because you're removing all the stress, all the worry. And when you do that, you're going to be in flow and everything you want is going to come to you so much faster. Okay, that's it for today's little video. I hope you liked it. If you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out and helps the channel grow, and I really appreciate it. Let me know what you want to see next, and I will see you next time. Bye!